Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley's, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Gentlemen, it's glow time! For the first time ever, we have a women's championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history, and tonight she has the opportunity to make even more history.
And Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself. Naomi finds her target with that one. We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE. Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style. On a flying forearm smash!
Watch out! And driving their opponent down with a bulldog. Oof! Kick right to the gut.
Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi. The champ wasn't expecting such a flurry of offense from the challenger. Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
Taking flight!
The 1-2 punch of high risk, high reward. Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring. A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So this isn't...
Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history, and tonight she has the opportunity to make even more history.
And Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself. Forearm smash! And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one. Yeah, not so subtle reminder to Bayley, who has been very insulting, very humiliating to a lot of people in WWE.
And that attitude is why Naomi wants to dethrone Bayley, take the SmackDown Women's Championship away from her, and maybe humble Bayley a little bit. Able to save herself there. A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire to once again be champion here in WWE. So...
Oh,
what a landing! They got all of that, just taking flight and soaring through the sky.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring, punching their way out of that one.
Each counter leaving these competitors at a stalemate. Run out of ringside and back to the mat.
Stepped aside, avoiding damage.
Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself. Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a three-time women. Perched up top. Good Lord, taking flight.
That was just incredible hang time.
Was willing to take the high risk to the outside, and it paid off big time. Bayley claims the turnbuckle. Attack right to the sternum. And Naomi has taken... Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself. We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE. Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants... whoa, look out!
The airtime, the fearlessness. What a ridiculous maneuver to the outside.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up the pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down. Yeah, Bayley's going to want to slow down the pace and let the adrenaline wear off for Naomi. Bayley can also turn up the aggression here in a way I'm not quite sure Naomi can match. I don't think I've ever seen a champion feel as disrespected as Bayley has, Corey, because Bayley's talked a lot about how people think she's an afterthought as a champion. Everybody talks about Becky Lynch on Raw. They're now talking about Rhea Ripley in NXT. But Bayley has been the longest reigning champ in SmackDown history. And you read off all the accolades, all the championships she has held. That for some reason, Bayley still finds herself overlooked. She had that scouted. She goes back into the ring. Oh, the pin attempt by the champion. She breaks the count quick.
She's still got a lot of stamina left. Ooh, what a forearm club. Good grief. That's a chop. This is quickly turning into a slugfest.
Fends it off. Good counter. Back and forth. Neither one giving up any ground. Big shots being fired right now. Not a competitor letting up.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here. Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
Oh, that hurt to the chest. On the top rope now. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment. Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes. Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt. A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry. Oh, drop kick. And Bayley's resolve might be wavering here.
And Naomi continues to somehow have been right on the mark. Rear view by Naomi.
Could that be enough to gain the title?
Naomi, feel the glow.
There it is. It is. It's locked in.
This is the most compromising position she can be in.
She has to find a way to shift her body out of this. She needs to escape immediately.
A couple of knees and then another one, and that'll force the break.
But here comes the fire.
Wow, what a strike to the back.
Bayley realizes that Naomi wants to pick up the speed of the matchup. The champion refusing to allow that to happen.
Climbing up the corner. She's out of the ring. The referee's count will begin soon. Now bringing the fight back into the ring. Has the champ pinned. Is this it?
Rope break. Too close to the ropes. Pin. Title in the balance.
The champ kicks out with authority. Wow. Naomi's heading up top. Perched up top. Diving leg drop. Pin. Title on the line.
Champ's in trouble.
Now we get it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi.
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever...
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Atha and Sika, without the Wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Atha and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Atha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano. The trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then, a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for a fight.
That's just what they'll get from Afa and Sika, and then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And a combined weight of 603 pounds. Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to...
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano. And a combined weight of 645 pounds. Afa and...
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray. Dudley. the Dudley Boys. Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical. A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it'll take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. What a shot! Able to prevent Sika's attack. Pile driver on its way. Spiked. Sit out, pile driver.
As much grit as it takes to hit a pile driver, we cannot forget how much fighting spirit it takes to keep going after taking one. Will we see that spirit to fight back?
Now, these are obviously two juggernaut tag teams clashing, but this is also a match that clearly favors one team over the other. Be honest, Corey, do you think the Wild Samoans really have a chance in this one?
This is the Dudleys' wheelhouse, Cole. No team knows more about excelling in a tables match than Devon and Bubba Ray. The Wild Samoans have a lot of unbridled aggression working in their favor. But ultimately, they're up against the Masters.
Absolutely no telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
Settling on the kendo stick, no good can come from this.
And now he gets back into the ring.
Oh, man, a kendo shot to the head. That can't feel good.
These are dangerous attacks on their own, but now the damage is exponentially multiplying.
Hava and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common in most wrestlers.
Launching. What a headbutt.
Vicious. Nobody home. What an impact.
This is why it's good to have a manager. Good to have an ally who wants you to win as badly as you do. And will introduce any tool to produce victory.
Hava had that well scouted.
Oh, my gosh. Stopped dead in their tracks. He's getting fired up now, really feeding off this crowd.
What kind of person does something like that to another human being? Stiff headbutt. He even put through the ringer tonight.
The purpose of this match is to soften up your opponent before you inevitably put them through the table. And that's exactly what we're seeing here, Cole.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the team in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tape on the top. All the way to the outside. From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off. Soaring. You gotta be kidding me. Completely throwing self-preservation out the window.
I don't know how your mind would even think about doing that.
Agonizing.
Somebody's got to put a stop to this.
Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
Got out of the way.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
Soaring. In full control of their opponent with more in mind.
Discus punch.
Slam down.
He gets into the ring. And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Here are your winners.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
Here we go. Through the air, and connects.
Soaring through the sky and crashing onto their opponent.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the table before. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables? Watch out!
Down with force.
All that size and momentum, landing with a sickening thud. Gets lifted into position. And took too long setting up for that maneuver. He's reaching under the ring for anything useful.
If you're looking to cause quick, sharp damage, you can't go wrong with the kendo stick.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior.
Oh, man. Every successive move is putting their opponent in a dicey situation. Oh, man, he is fired up now.
Yokes up their opponent. Driven down with a sidewalk slam.
Returning to the ring now. Stiff headbutt. Ava and Sika both individual. Flying!
Oh, my gosh, what a dive.
He could be starting to really struggle in this match.
Every aspect of this match is only going to get harder at this point. If you have a chance to close it out, now is the time. Into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
The Wild Samoans just completely
Wrecking the Dudley Boys in there.
decides to leave the... And here we go. The Boston Crab.
Look at the back position. Submission is in tight, but is this the smartest form of attack right now?
Victory is only possible in the ring. This is just about displaying your control in this match.
What a display of strength here.
And look at him tapping. He's...
And the Dudley Boys remain the kings of the tables match.
Here are your winners.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking out Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical. A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it'll take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. And Sika gets countered there.
Scoop slam from behind.
Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Well, maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
He's out of the ring. What does he have in mind now?
Delivering nasty stomps.
And Sika just got torn down there.
Bubba Ray might have just made a big opportunity for himself. Clearing up the announce table. This isn't going to end well.
Somebody's got to put a stop to this.
Alpha turning up the intimidation factor.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, but this has the possibility to completely unravel here.
Oh, my God, what a kick. Here he comes, sliding back into the ring.
He's got a plan for that table, and it does not involve a dinner party.
Sent out of the ring the hard way. And he's pulled the ring apron up, looking under there for something.
And it is indeed time for Devon to get the tables.
Taking this thing out onto the floor now. Oh, takes a big clean hit from the table. Hava and Sika, both individuals that compete barefoot.
Hopped up.
Tripling attack on the knee.
Alpha and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior.
Ooh, sent straight into the ring post, producing a trampling.
Uh-oh, stop to the spine.
You know what's coming next.
Locked in the accolade.
He's got to get out of this submission. He can't afford to take this kind of damage.
One step ahead there. And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold. Might have felt like he was from the top. Elbow drop. Boom, what impact.
I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality.
They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team. Yes, they're rough. Yes, they're tough. Yes, they will reign. Yes, they will hurt. And yes, they will not stop.
Looks like he has something planned with his table, guys.
I don't want to know.
He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about. And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's Rogue Bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question the future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable, and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American.
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing
As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before this match saying, quote, "Heavy is the head that wears the crown, and Melo has the biggest..."
Down around to the schoolboy, shoulders are down.
He's on the ropes, and the ref calls off the count.
Oh, using the knee as a weapon. Got out of the way, but can he capitalize?
Sikoa taking command, and Melo is obviously still in shock about this impromptu match.
Followed by the leg drop.
Boom. Draped across the top rope.
Clubbing forearm. And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right to the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way. Well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship.
You gotta be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0 by storm over the last year.
Yeah, since the shift to NXT 2.0, Melo has spent over 9 months as NXT North.
Thinking about a submission here, guys. Boston Crab cinch.
He had it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand.
Solo making sure his opponent knows what his intentions are.
Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count. And he heads back into the ring.
Ooh, clothesline delivered.
What a main event this has been for the one-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa may have never had the opportunity to show the world what he can do.
And if Solo didn't have this breakout year, maybe his cousin Roman Reigns wouldn't have trusted him enough to be part of the bloodline. Dropping the leg. Look at this.
Oh, from the rope.
Sent to the corner.
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky. Oh, and a spinning solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is... stays. Here's your chance, Solo. The title could... winding up.
Samoan spike. That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here is your winner, and new NXT North American Champion, Solo Sikoa!
Solo is your new champion. It is the North American title now going to SmackDown.
I ain't doing this one.